Jesse Peterson is a Canadian who has been living in Vietnam since 2010, having a bachelor's degree in literature back in Canada. Jesse keeps his passion for writing when coming to Vietnam. He has collaborated with some online newspapers in Vietnam such as Vngn, Vietnamnet, VN Express, Tuổi Trẻ, and Thanh Niên. With pretty advanced Vietnamese, Jesse is able to write articles which attract readers by the sense of humor and sincerity. He decided to learn more about the Vietnamese art of calligraphy this Tet holiday.
Hello and welcome to Sharing Vietnam on VTC10 Netviet channel. On today's program, we are going to have a conversation with a gentleman who has been living and working in Vietnam for 10 years. This year, what he will do for a Tet holiday. Let's talk with him to know more about that. Hello, Jesse Peterson. Thank you so much for joining us today. So, after 10 years living and working in Vietnam, what does Vietnamese culture and people mean to you?
Well, I don't know if you can feel this when you talk to me, but I'm quite Vietnamese now. I've been here a long time, as you've said, and I've really connected with the Vietnamese people and the culture, and the language has kind of reprogrammed my thinking, and for me, it's family now.
Have you ever joined another Vietnamese family for a Tet holiday before?
Yes, the very first Tet holiday I was in Vietnam, I did not know what was happening during Tet. Saigon became a ghost town about 10 years ago, and I was very lonely. I was like, where is everybody? Did aliens come and take everybody, or what happened? The second year, my neighbors from Bến Tre, yes, you know? Bến Tre. They invited me to their hometown. And I did that for a few years. And what I learned about Tet holidays, you must eat a lot, right? Drink a lot, and be happy. Could be more than that, but I haven't married into a Vietnamese family yet, so I'm still learning. Okay. So every year, my neighbors, we have a Tet party, about 100 people, and we put our money in together. We share our money, and they prepare some food. And then they have, they go around to everybody's house at midnight. I know that one. And I know that the first person you invite into your house is a lucky person, right? And don't wear black. And if we talk about atmosphere, the Vietnamese are very happy, right? They're so happy and excited for Tet. It's like, I would compare it to, do you know what Christmas is?
Now you are living and working in the south of Vietnam.
Yes.
But before that, I know that you used to live in the north of Vietnam. So what do you think about the Tet atmosphere of the north and the south of Vietnam?
Yeah, I only have one Tet holiday in the north. And it is very different about the food, I guess, and about the cherry blossoms, right? And in the south we have the apricot blossoms.
How about this year in Tet holiday? What are you going to do?
Well, I want to be honest. This year is a little stressful for me. All right, I'm going to do 4 days in my fiance's hometown in Gia Lai, and I will be with their family. And because I've heard some stories about like when the man joins the family or the woman joins the Vietnamese family, there's a lot of customs that I don't really know. And I have to be honest, because of my culture, it's more difficult for me to listen to the other people tell me what to do. Because we don't have pronouns. You know, pronouns like anh, em, chị, cô, right? So you automatically in your culture will respect the elderly. Yes. All right? He's different. His culture is very different. And I will also be, okay, I'm different than you. I'm going to do my best to join your culture and make breakfast early if that's what you need. Okay, but please, thông cảm, sympathize, and like give me some help, you know, because I'm gonna fail a lot, I'm sure.
To Vietnamese people, the time before Tet holiday is a very happy time because people are busy preparing things, buying things, decorating houses. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I don't do that personally, but I have been looking out the window and I see them moving around a lot and preparing flowers for their houses. And did you know that my neighbors actually gave me a lot of flowers? And I guess they're selling a lot of the hoa mai, the apricot blossom, quite a bit. And I've also heard of the calligraphy. Just recently is a big surprise to me. I've heard that the part of the really complicated traditions of Tet, they also will write these letters, calligraphy, and give them as presents to each other. And yeah, so this tradition, and I've also been to the District 1 street where they're doing the Phap festival. And wow, it's very interesting. And it's amazing that after 10 years, this is the first time I've heard of it. So I know a little bit. I've just started to learn. It's very interesting. They need like years of training to do it. It's a really ancient, and like it's an art, right? It's not just something you can do. You need passion, okay? It's like making this áo dài. You need passion, you need to love it, and you need to really get in there and try your best.
Visiting the Ho Chi Minh City Youth Culture House, Jesse was very excited about the art of calligraphy. After carefully looking at beautiful Asiatic letters, Jesse was really eager to learn about calligraphy with two young calligraphy masters.
Okay, we are back. We're off the street and we're here to learn calligraphy, which I don't know anything about, but I'm very lucky that I have two friends who can teach me about it.
Cái này là gọi là một cái thỏi mực. Mực này để có thể có mực để viết ấy, thì người ta sẽ mài mực. Cái mài mực này là để dẻo cái cổ tay khi mài. Và trong đó trong cái lúc mình mài mình sẽ kinh nghiệm là mình sẽ viết cái gì lên cái tờ giấy. Thì trong đó sẽ mài mực, là đổ mực ra rồi mài trên cái nghiêng. Thì trên nó văn phòng có bảo là gồm có mực, nghiêng, giấy,
bút. Okay.
Let's get started. Firstly, Jesse learned about the meaning of calligraphy and why it is so difficult to master.
Người Việt Nam người ta trọng cái chữ nghĩa, phong tục xin chữ là có từ lâu. Còn ngày nay thì theo cái xu hướng của thị trường ngày nay thì giới trẻ bắt đầu quan tâm nhiều hơn tới việc đi xin chữ và xin về cho gia đình mình, xin về cho đồng nghiệp của mình, hay xin về cho chính bản thân của mình. Vì chính những cái chuyện việc mà người Việt Nam ăn xin chữ đó nó tạo lên một cái giá trị văn hóa kéo dài cho tới ngày hôm nay.
Có nhiều cái phương pháp cầm, nhưng trong đó có phương pháp đặc biệt nhất chính là phương pháp người ta gọi là ngũ chỉ chấp bút. 5 ngón tay chấp trên một cái cây bút. Đây cũng là một cái cách cầm và đây cũng là một cái cách cầm. Để làm sao cái bút nó có thể đứng vuông góc với mặt giấy và cố định yên một chỗ. Cái viết của người Việt Nam là viết từ bên trái qua bên phải. Thì không nhất thiết mình phải cầm cái bút cao lên. Mình có thể cầm cái bút làm sao mình thoải mái nhất để mình viết. Ở đây một cái nét căn bản nhất nó sẽ gồm 3 phần. Ở đây cái phần đầu tiên này gọi là khởi bút. Phần thứ hai là hành bút và phần thứ ba là thu bút.
After being carefully instructed by Master Vngn and Nguyên, Jesse trying to write calligraphy for the very first time.
So today I want to talk about my feeling. I found a new kind of art that I did not know existed in Vietnam. It's very interesting, it's very creative, and it's very focused. So I would say, even though my ability is really bad, I've learned a lot, and I hope in the future that I have more opportunity to do it more. And I hope that more people from outside of Vietnam can study more about this. So I'm very happy.
It's amazing that first time you tried calligraphy and you did it pretty well. I'm not sure that I can do that like you. So what do you think about calligraphy in Vietnam?
Actually, I did it really bad. And the teachers they tried to smile, but their eyes didn't smile. They're right? And it's not my fault. I'm from Canada and we don't have this calligraphy tradition, but it's cool, all right? If I had like 5 years, I could be pretty good. They taught me to write like an A and an N, and took a long time. It's not bad. Apparently there's some meaning to that word. Do you know that word? A-N?
Yes, it means peace.
Really? Yes.
During the time you wrote the calligraphy, did you face any difficulties or challenges?
A lot of challenges because the way you hold it and to do this, it's very foreign to me. And also there's two teachers, okay? There's one on each side. They're both looking at me, so I feel a lot of pressure to do my best. So shaking a bit, and I feel a lot of stress. So that when you're doing calligraphy, you want to feel very comfortable and confident and right. And I would need more training to be any good.
After one day experience the art of calligraphy with two master of calligraphy in Vietnam, what did you learn from them?
Oh yes, of course, because I am a very, maybe you know, did you know that I'm a very creative person? So of course, anything that's related to art, I would really like to do. Honestly, I know I'm laughing, but you know, I would really like to do, because every time you do something creative, it's really healthy for you, right? So those two calligraphy masters told me about the tradition, the custom of the first day of Tet, or maybe before the first day. You would go to somebody's house and xin chữ is like you ask for a signature, or also you can give them a present where it says like lop. It's the first time for me, but it's an amazing new tradition that no one's ever come to my house and asked for me that before. I don't know why, but I'm hoping that this year somebody will come. I will be waiting outside for that to happen. Do you think it's a good idea if I did the calligraphy and brought it to my girlfriend's parents?
It's a very good idea.
Yes. All right.
Do you have any wishes that you want to say to the audience of VTC10 Netflix channel?
Yes. Me, have you ever read the newspaper? Like Vngn Vn Express? Yes. Good. You should read. This year they've asked me to write an article about my wishes for the Vietnamese for the new year. So I did some research and I thought, why not we join the Western tradition with the East about the New Year's resolution. I think it's called like cam kết năm mới, like a promise that this year I will do something. Like, for example, you could like, okay, this year I will get married because it's time, you know. Or maybe me, I will do that. Or I promise to do better at school or better exercise. I would really like that tradition, or my friends and family, let's make some promises for the new year to be more awesome and maybe like be taller or something.
Like you set a goal for a new year.
Yes, set some goals. I really want, so let's set some goals and me too. I have a lot of stuff to do, you know. In Canada, in the north, it's really cold. I should grow my hair out a little more to be warmer, and I want to be better at Vietnamese and things like that, yeah.
Jesse, thank you so much for your sharing today. I wish you a good health and a happy new year.
It was so nice to meet you again.
It is the end of our program today. Thank you so much for your watching. See you next time.